We sort of jumped into it, didn't we?
Yeah, once we met, things moved really quickly.
But it wasn't weird at all.
Wasn't it?
No. We were just staying together so much, eventually we were living together.
I think it wasn't quite that simple, though. The main problem we had was finding or making everything official. We both had our idea of having our own independent spaces by living separately. But Steve always stayed in mine and just messed it up. And his was just sat there gathering dust.
Actually, my flatmate was using my room for storage.
Yeah, storage of his drunken friends, you mean?
That's not true.
It is.
Anyway, so eventually Vic did the honourable thing and asked me if I'd just like to move the rest of my stuff over and live with him.
Well, most of your stuff was already there.
When we first started discussing moving in together, I thought I was going to have to sign my life away.
It wasn't that bad. Well, actually, it's not about being bad. It's more that I was ready for the next stage of our relationship, and I'm not sure you were...
Well, I'm not even sure it was that. I mean, it was just so much to consider. I had my own life that I wanted to keep on living without getting bogged down with joint accounts, who cleans the bathroom, cooks tonight, and all that stuff. Everyone has their own way of living. And really, well, we just worked out how best to use our space and deal with our habits and sort out our sleeping patterns.
I think also you wanted to keep tabs on me. Not in a really bad way, but you did have some jealousy issues at the time.
I think it wasn't just that I had jealousy issues. I think we were both independent people and we both had our ideas of what we wanted to do. I mean, some of the things that happened, I didn't really agree with it, which is why I just didn't really agree with it. Like you were out all the time. It's not a big deal, but sometimes I could imagine you losing yourself in a moment. And then, you know, I never really used to think about...
You're right. I did resist change at first. I sort of rebelled against having to leave the lifestyle behind.
And I do understand. I struggled too. But I think I got into the living together headspace faster than Steve.
I was spending most of my time at his house, but it was a while before we realised we both had to make compromises.
That's it. I think we just moved in together without really thinking anything. So there was a time when we were living together, we hadn't really seriously thought about what that meant.
That wasn't bad, though. The fact that we did that showed how much we loved each other. I mean, it's not like you show up at anyone's house one night and just stay.
Exactly, and because we click like that, I never really thought of discussing anything.
Like, should I have space for my own stuff and not live in a show home?
And I shouldn't be running a free hotel.
Yeah, well, anyway, I think we did reach a point where we had to accept things had changed.
And we did feel that because we spent so much of our time together, we'd be giving up a lot of who we were.
It was weird, though, because we were kind of doing that anyway because we were spending so much time together.
It's true. When you find that you love spending time with someone, you find that a lot of what you've done before seems less important.
You get wrapped up in that person's personality. I found that I was spending so much time with Vic in the first few months. I found that I was adopting some of his mannerisms.
Such as?
Like, you do this when you're bored. I did that when I was having a drink with Rob, and he almost wet himself laughing.
I don't do that, do I?
Oh, you totally do. He does.